Well, Make-A-Wish South Dakota and Montana is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. Joining me this morning with more on the creation of Make-A-Wish, as well as its 40th anniversary, is Linda Pauling and Sue Salter. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's just start kind of 40th anniversary. It's a big deal. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so our chapter is celebrating 40 years of granting life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. And in those 40 years, we've granted 1,951 wishes to kids and families when they need them most.
Yeah. Talk about, those wishes and how really important they are to these families.
Absolutely. A wish gives kids, their families, entire communities strength, hope, and transformation. And a wish is exactly what a child needs at exactly the right time. It's not a one and done thing. It's an entire journey that lives on forever.
Yeah. Talk about the creation of Make-A-Wish and kind of the inspiration behind it.
Well, the creation was a little instigator, my son, Christopher, who wanted to be a police officer. And this little guy, since he could talk, loved cops. He just loved them. And he associated so much with them, strength, honor, boom, yes, let's do it. So at 4.5, Christopher was diagnosed with leukemia. It was our first day in Phoenix, and we just had basically 3 years after that together. But by the grace of God, a U.S. Customs agent and his wife were put into our path and just weaseled out of me why he's going bald and why he bruises so easily. And Tommy says, you know what, one of these days we're going to get him a ride in a real police helicopter.
Wow.
So it was in mid-April, jump ahead here a few years, took him into the hospital, and Paul pretty much said, we're coming to the end. And after a couple days in the hospital, I took him home and made a phone call to Tom Austin. And if there's any way possible to call in that favor, now is the time. They did. The Arizona Highway Patrol made him a uniformed officer, swore him in officially, badge, hat, helmet, everything. And it was amazing. It truly was. I know what it gave to Chris, because little boy I hadn't seen for a while, stood tall, proud, happy, jumping, full of enthusiasm, as any 7-year-old would be, and I know what it gave to me. And I returned from his funeral. We got together with the officers, and we said basically the same time, there's more kids, let's go find them. So hence the start of Make-A-Wish Foundation. Let's let a kid make a wish and let's make it happen.
Wow.
So that's exactly what we do. We had $37.76 to start the foundation with, and truly by the grace of God is what it is today. 40 countries around the world and basically 60 chapters throughout the United States.
Wow.
And today we have 580,000 children that have had wishes come true.
Wow. That just gives you chills. I mean, that is so special.
It is, because 5 little nobodies should have never been able to pull it off, but we did. People just came in and said, I want to be a part of what you're doing. And they joined us, they helped us. We were smart enough to realize that we were dumb enough, we needed their help, okay? We were dumb enough and smart enough, however you want to turn it, but yes, we just did. And here we are today.
Yeah, you talk about how many kids and families are impacted by this since you started. What's that like for you, just to see how far you've come?
It's just like, I want to say thank you, Lord, because I know what those families have gone through. These little tinies have walked through the same thing that they're walking through now. Yeah. And I just feel so happy for them. I really do, and all the people involved. Yeah. Because if you've never seen a wish, do yourself a favor and just watch a wish come true.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are there places people can go to kind of see these stories and really feel how touching this organization is?
The local chapter.
Absolutely.
You bet.
Yes. We have all kinds of opportunities for people to volunteer. Oftentimes we do wishes in the community, so everybody can see them firsthand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
And how can people learn more information? Is there a website, anything like that for people?
You bet. It's wish.org and then /SDMT for South Dakota, Montana. And we hope people will check it out. There's all kinds of ways to get involved. People can even donate things like airline miles because so many of our wishes involve air travel. It's one of our biggest expenses. And so we can take those airline miles and use those to reduce the cost for every wish. And our goal and our vision is to ensure that we find every eligible child and that they get their life-changing wish.
Yeah, and you brought in some really great
Yes,
pictures.
these are.
We have to show these a little bit.
There you go.
Oh.
How awesome is this? Just to see, the lives that you're touching and what you're doing.
Yes.
Here. So very cool.
Very
And
cool.
I appreciate you coming in
Well,
and
I
sharing your
thank
story.
you.
And thank you for just doing all the work you guys do with the organization. We really
Come
appreciate
join
it.
us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Get
Yes.
involved. For
Get
sure.
involved. Yes.
And we'll be right back after the break.